Welcome to the Winsor and Diller Show. I never know what to expect for the lead-in song.
That was actually a good one.
Perfect. Take two, right?
Take two.
Take two. So we're very grateful to be on tonight. There were some storms out here in this area a day. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. No, Sunday.
It's been like
Sunday.
every day.
Yeah, but Sunday was harsh. At least in my
worst storm in 100 years.
Yeah, the
100-year storm. There was
the,
actually a thing called the 100-year storm.
It was dumping rain. I mean, it was
Stephen
just
King.
pouring rain, and the winds were blowing at like 50. I think it was 55 miles per hour in my neighborhood. Is what they.
Well, it's like a big sand dune.
Well, you
just
know what's
coming
funny?
into here.
I was walking outside with my umbrella, and I actually ended up across the way on that guy's roof.
I don't see you with an umbrella. That's kind of a
Well,
little dainty for you, Joe.
It was pink. I like pink, you know.
That's kind of cute, actually.
Had some rhinestones around the edge.
I could see that. And it says KQCK on there, too, right?
You're the one that had it embroidered.
A picture of Marie on there?
Yep.
Nice.
So with those storms, we had some workers.
I was like, stop talking, guys. Leave me alone.
We had some workers out there.
Great.
Well, at least I didn't say that had to be one big, huge umbrella, so at least I didn't say that. So we're
now we're HD.
Now we've got the lights on. So I had workers out there fixing up some of the storm challenges, and during my last show, they clipped the lines.
I got to tell you the truth. He's got a little red button. When Joe doesn't like the show, he clicks it and he says, hey, the lines are down. I shouldn't say that because there was a very important gentleman on the other end who got cut off.
Hopefully we'll get him back soon, but you can't control things like that, and so...
At least Kirk Adams' competitor didn't pay me to do that.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Well, you know what? I'm not buying anything.
Or you do have a new T-shirt on, so you
That's
probably,
true.
That's a brand new smoking hot T-shirt.
Do you like that?
It's kind of unfortunate because Kirk Adams is running against Matt Salmon in a in the Republican primary, and they're both very conservative. So I was actually very interested in asking him direct questions about what their differences are.
Why don't we bring them on together?
Okay.
Next week I have all the constables coming on except one because he wasn't invited.
Oh, did you seriously
You don't like him?
One?
No, I don't like him.
I don't know if you can say that.
Yes, I can.
Right.
Which one is it? Can we say? Well, people are going to know when he does not show up.
Yes, but I won't say his name.
Okay, well, yeah, people can guess.
Because Mark's my lawyer.
Well, I think you're okay. I think you can voice opinions of who you like. I think so.
Okay, well, I don't like Shaun White, and I highly recommend not voting for him.
Yeah, because there's
that's your right. That's your right to say that.
Terrible person.
There are some politicians that I like, but I still wouldn't vote for. I mean, I had one on here as a guest, Larry Chesley. I like the guy. I think he's a good guy. Very
Is that the guy that calls himself Lucky?
Yeah, Lucky, that said everybody who uses marijuana has brain
He was
damage.
one of our top 10 worst guests on the list that I've put up.
Top 10.
I have a top 10 worst guest list. He was one of them. He wasn't at the top. He wasn't in the top 5, though.
Well, I think Barry Wade was a good guest, but I don't think I'd vote for him. He's too Democrat.
Well, when you started throwing blows with him outside, I was like, wait a minute, Mark.
No. He walked away healthy. If I was throwing blows, it wouldn't have been out.
He would still be here on the ground.
But they were doing this karate thing back and forth. Wade was like,
why do they do
black
that?
Belt.
I've often wondered in politics why they have to sling mud and attack the person instead of the issue. It doesn't make sense.
Because they want you to hate them.
I think they're trying to divert their whatever somebody else is trying to get at. They're trying to divert the issues.
Yes,
I mean, why else would you do that? You're trying to, yeah.
Why would a decent business at all anyway slander another business regarding no matter what?
Exactly.
Even if they're the worst other business in the world.
Exactly.
Why would you do that? It just makes you look bad.
Highlight what's good about your business or your political stance.
Several
go
of
there.
the talk show hosts refused to say the name of the Colorado movie shooter guy, and it's to not give him publicity, right? Mm-hmm. I believe that same principle applies with the businesses.
Absolutely.
If there's a business out there slinging mud, you don't tell people who the business is.
That's
because, right? You just promote yourself
right.
and the goodness. In fact, I was watching with interest these last 2 weeks at the different ads and kind of analyzing them and looking at Obama's ads attacking Romney personally and Romney's ads attacking policy and budget issues and economy issues.
Yeah, good point.
And it makes me wonder if some politicians just panic. I see the same thing.
Are they scared? Is that what you're saying?
Are they afraid? Yeah. And so they think if I attack, I think it hurts them more than helps them.
Absolutely.
But I don't know that for sure because many politicians do that. They start slinging mud at the person instead of the issue.
Well, but it never starts that way.
Well,
it just
why
mutates
though?
Into that.
Because the majority of people believe what they hear on the radio and what they see on TV.
So if you have enough money, you can put the bad word or the incorrect
right.
word out there as much as possible.
That's
so if
right.
you continue to slander...
And being a politician, first of all and foremost, most people don't ever meet politicians. So when people meet a politician, they tend to believe them.
Oh, do they really?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. Of course it's true. I mean, I'm saying most people. You're not a most people,
You know,
Mark.
in the primaries, you should have people of pretty close like mind running against each other, right? Republicans should be somewhat, but they're not. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I think the parties are. It's so muddied. It's not really Republican versus Republican or Democrat versus Democrat. It's not. It's not.
For example, I was listening again. Now this is two candidates. I like them both, Jeff Flake and Will Cardin. I like them both. But listening to some of the ads now as they start attacking each other, you know, Will Cardin's got one where Jeff Flake says he lied about something.
Yeah. And
he
you can
just
tell that's a soundbite. And
Yeah.
you wonder what was the 10 seconds before that and 10 seconds after that.
I lied.
Yeah, but what about the soundbite where Jeff Flake goes after Cardin and says all he does is hire 63% illegal aliens? Mm-hmm. You wonder what the rest of the story is.
You know, every day you say something. Every single day you say something that could be used against you. Like when we were at the Phoenician thing, I was talking to a young lady, and I had these little stress balls from Wells Fargo.
I'll just take my earphones off for a moment while he tells this
and I was-
story.
Mrs. Windsor, please
seriously,
log off now.
And this is the truth. I was squeezing these balls, and I said, hey, go over there, and before they're gone, totally innocently, I said, go get those. I think it'd be great for the dog, too. And she goes, oh, my God, really loud in front of everybody. Oh, my God, I love balls. Now, if you just heard that, and she was running for something, and that came up, you'd be like, whoa, I don't think I'm going to vote for her. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You don't have to be embarrassed. It was very innocent.
No, we thought you were going to go another road about your...
No, what?
Yeah,
no.
well, you
No,
did.
that was it.
In a church, there was a woman who was bearing her testimony in a church, and the Spirit had overcome her enough to where she was just crying and couldn't quite talk to bear her testimony. So the pastor got up, put his arm around her, and said, "It'll be okay." And she said, "Oh, I'm just a big boob." And he said, "That's all right. We like big boobs." And so you just gotta be careful.
Mark has a sense of humor that is slanted a little to the sexy side. That's Mark's sexy talk.
You're
Mark has
me,
sexy
Mark.
talk.
That's as far as I go.
I know. I'm kind of. I feel weird now.
I feel red and
I
flushed.
feel totally weird now. I'm not sure I can look at him anymore.
I'm embarrassed.
I need to do some Hail Marys or something, or I don't know.
That's as far as I go on that path, but that was fun.
You know, we have a guest here.
Didn't he? Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind the little divergent we took for a moment.
And yes, we will be cutting and pasting your lines, too, into our favorite book.
But we did need to make up for a guest that didn't show, so we were talking about politics for a minute. Mm-hmm. But we're very grateful to have you on as a guest. So, Tom, as we typically do, why don't you introduce our guest?
Absolutely. We have Denise Tucker from National Home Warranty, which is a newer company in Arizona, and that's one of the reasons why we have her on to talk about how business is growing, especially when it comes to real estate. And welcome, and thank you for coming out here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got... See, he's got those buttons, and usually I don't think he knows what he's doing with the buttons, but he hit the right button that time. You know,
usually it's like a crow or a chicken
that's right,
or something.
That's right, or a toilet flushing or something like wonderful like that. But you have an incredible background. You've been in the business for many years. I mean, going back to construction and building. You were talking earlier about Ahwatukee, and you help name the streets in Ahwatukee. So thank you for coming. And why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your company, and we'll just kind of start with that.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you lean forward just a tiny bit.
All right.
Because you're in HD, you remember, and there's thousands of millions of people watching, and
thousands and millions.
Yeah, and she mentioned that she's single too, so we'll stop at that. But go and tell us. About
They compare this show to the Super Bowl, I think, right?
And you told me my hair looks good, right?
You look marvelous.
Trillions of millions. I don't know.
Well, I've been in the Valley for 29 years. I moved here from West Virginia, and I immediately got into the construction market. Started out in customer service, working for the Presley companies. They were the original builders of Ahwatukee. And most people don't know what Ahwatukee means, do you?
I don't even know how to spell it.
It probably means Presley in Navajo, right?
I think it means the wolf that creates the energy around the campfire. Isn't that right?
I'm pretty sure that's it. You hit it right on the nose.
Let's see if somebody can call in and tell you.
It means the wild horse.
We'll hold that up.
No, does it have something to do with horses? Because I know there's a lot of horses out there.
No.
No.
So who named it? Do you know that?
Randall Presley named it.
That guy, couldn't he have come up with a name that people can spell?
Randall Presley.
Like,
Well, it means home of your dreams in Indian.
Home of your
Oh.
dreams.
Home of your
in
dreams
one
in
of the
Indian.
Indian
So,
languages.
did you get that fly?
You know,
That was
you
good.
better go find a wet wipe or something.
he's going to bite that. He's going to lick it.
But I love
Home of your
love the
dreams.
construction industry. Been in residential home building, like I said, for 29 years. So, and I was always in the customer service department where I fixed the houses, ran a department, and left there and went on to Hancock Homes, which became Beazer. And again,
Sure.
another role, quality assurance manager. My department did all the walkthroughs with the new homeowners. And so this was just a great transition for me. I've been with the company for 2 months. You know,
And they're new in Arizona, but they're originally from
Nevada.
Nevada.
Yes, 26-year-old company up in Las Vegas. Very well known. They've got about 8,500 to 10,000 customers.
Wow.
I mean, I was impressed that you got the fly. Don't misunderstand. That was impressive.
When you can take the pebble or the pen from my hand.
I'm sorry everybody missed
Okay,
that.
Zen Master.
So this will be a fun show. I think I know a lot about a lot of things because I've been in radio a while and other experiences I've had. I know very little about home warranties.
And you know, it's mostly the realtor community is the ones that give us a lot of the business, and we thank them for that. But when you purchase a new home in Arizona, you of course have a 2-year warranty on it through the builder, who's regulated through the registrar of contractors to provide you a 2-year warranty on the house. And once that's over, what do you do? You know, your air conditioning goes out. Do you get on the internet? Do you call to fix it and say, what do we do here? You don't know if you're getting a good licensed contractor.
Well,
or
that's just a
somebody.
new build anyway, right?
listen, I'll let you
So
know.
that doesn't apply to existing houses.
We have 2 policies.
No. I'm talking about the 2-year builder's warranty.
Uh-huh.
So
That's through the home builder.
Right, that's just through the home builder.
That's through the home builder.
Well, I don't know what the percentage is, but the vast majority of houses that are purchased are existing homes, I would imagine. Though I don't know the statistic.
Don't know the statistic
Tom?
anymore either. How about you, Tom?
Resale, new versus because of the economy, of course. A lot of new builders weren't building new homes, so in the last couple of years, it's been resale, which are homes that are existing. Now, I think it's going to start flipping pretty soon because if you've been out there driving around, you've seen a lot of the builders coming back or taking that vacant land that they've owned and starting to put sticks on there and build those houses out. Maricopa, same thing. They're building up those homes. So, but I think the question is, and I wasn't really sure because I was watching Joe make faces over here.
Harp to get it off.
But I think the question was, most new homes come with a warranty that lasts maybe 1 year or 2 years. After that, so let's say the majority of the folks out there live in a home that's 8, 10, 15, 20 years old, whatever. Can they go out and get a home warranty? What does that cover? Why would they want to do that as opposed to just call the service guy or pull out their wrench and start wrenching on their
Sure.
plumbing and all that kind of stuff? So
Sure.
And then you talked about the real estate community, the realtors. We'll talk about that a little bit too. But talk about the existing homes that are out there.
The existing homes are out there. We can provide a service policy for them for $385 a year. And say they have a plumbing problem, they call the plumber, and it's a $55 service fee. If your air conditioning goes out, it's a $55 service fee.
Well, no, this is interesting. So this is not when you're buying a house. This is just you're sitting around one day watching TV and you look at your wife and say, "Man, we ought to get a homeowner."
Yeah, see, that's the biggest misnomer that folks think that you only get that when you buy your home.
Oh, I had no idea.
Not true. I mean, people that are in the business like an escrow, we see this all the time. So we all have policies. No matter how old your house is, you keep that policy on your house.
Oh, really?
Investors that are out there that buy investment homes, or you buy a house, or you're taking over the property management. Why take care of all that work yourself, right? You can add one of these policies on there.
Correct.
Something goes wrong, the renter calls, and the investors build the $55 or whatever it is, and then they go out and fix the property or fix whatever the issue is.
I had mine for 10 years. Best thing I ever got. I had my air conditioner replaced. They came out and fixed it a couple of times. I had it replaced. I had a scorpion infestation. They took care of that. I had a giant plumbing gas leak.
Man, you're an insurance nightmare.
Hey, you know what? Thanks, Mark. Never mind.
Well, I mean, think about it statistically. The insurance companies have to make money. So when I hear somebody who's having all of those claims, there's got to be a lot of people without claims.
Yeah,
The
but-
insurance companies-
yeah,
So you're
but
calling
what
Joe a big
happens-
loser? Is that it? So
Thanks,
if you
Mark.
connect with Joe, you're a loser?
no,
I think
insurance
that's what I heard.
nightmare is a compliment.
Well, this was on a 1977 double wide that I bought as a rental.
It's like the Mr. Bean of
And
homeownership.
when you buy a 1977 double wide as a rental and you're not going to live in it, and you know other people are, you buy a home warranty. Either
Dude.
that or you're nuts.
Double wides count? You can,
No, we don't cover the double wides, but we do condos and duplexes.
but some companies do cover the double wides.
Some of
probably.
them do.
Excellent. Joe, you want to give out that phone number just in case somebody wants to call
Sure.
and propose to Denise or talk about.
And by the way, Denise, you're the floating head today.
The floating head.
The good-looking
Look,
floating
you're up
head.
over there.
I
That's
see
right.
that.
So he took me off the floating head. Am I even on?
Just my
There I
best
am.
side.
Yes, you're on. You're like in the
You are.
distant there.
You can call in at 745-1033 for any questions, comments, or whatever you want. And by the way, Sue Mello called in from Tempe and said Awatuki means big, bold home. You can give her the lowdown that it's not true.
Not true.
But thank you,
So
Sue
maybe
Mello.
Indian words have many meanings sometimes. So depending on how you say it, like if you say Awatuki, maybe that means big bold home. If you say it like stressing the A, maybe that means home built by Dawn and her friends. Who knows?
When we first opened up Awatuki, there was nobody wanted to come south of Baseline. You know, there's
Too
was
far
only-
out there. It's
too
like
far out there.
Queen
There was only-
Creek.
Awatuki's a great place for yard sales.
We used to offer free tanks of gas for people to just come out and see the model homes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you're telling me a great story about how all the names got out there. You guys were just sitting around drinking tequila and you guys picked the names, right?
On Fridays, my old boss, Lou Wilmot, let's just flip the book.
And it's like all
pick
their
another-
cousins or uncles or brothers or
A lot of them.
in-laws. So if
lot
you
of
live on
Is
Joe
that
Bob
true?
Street, that's the cousin. No, really, that's true, right?
They were probably from West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Joe
Joe
Bob.
Bob.
If it was
Yeah.
Joe Bob Street, sure.
Yeah.
Now, when you gave the number out, you didn't say if it's 480 or 602.
It's 480-745-1033,
okay.
and we love you.
Yeah. Call in if you want to mock anybody here.
Everybody's kind of in a goofy mood today. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but
Well, you
It's the
know,
weather for sure.
I'm making up for that previous show dying in the middle with
I
the,
can't believe
line.
that,
actually, what
still,
was
that
funny
was-
was Mark, you and Nancy Fleming were talking for 20 minutes while Joe was trying to work on
We
stuff.
weren't even on the air.
And then after that, you asked if you're going to get the caller back on, and Joe says, "Well, you guys haven't really been on the air." So that was
But it
probably
was
the funniest
interesting.
thing I've
Your
ever seen in my life.
conversation was good.
It was preparing you for the future. Literally, guys. I mean, whoever's listening right now, they were talking to themselves and just
But you know
we're-
what? Doing well.
doing well.
Thinking
Yeah, I
we
was
had all
proud of
these
you guys.
listeners and we
I was
don't
really
even
proud
have
of you guys.
Well, I wanted to let my boss Dave know that I've now sold 2 policies. You need a new one.
Giddy up.
I'm ready.
And
Sign me up.
And you've been sitting around just talking to your wife saying, I think we should get a home warranty.
Yeah, actually, that hasn't been in our conversation, but I presume there are those that do. So I again am intrigued by the thought. So a typical house, let's say there's, well, I guess ours isn't typical. But what do these things cost for different? Is it by square foot? Is it by the condition? By the age? Is it all of the above?
It's a lot of the above, yes.
So it's like an underwriting process.
A typical policy will run you $385 for the basics in the house with the $55 service fee.
And is it more if it's a bigger house? Like what? If
Over
somebody-
5,000 square feet.
Oh,
It
okay.
goes up a
So
little more.
so if it's like 4,300 square feet, like ours, we're okay.
Sure.
So here's the thing: on an older home, how old's your house? 8. It's newer, 5 years old.
five, I
Okay,
think.
so perfect. So he's out of
Perfect.
his builder's warranty.
Yep.
Let's talk about, say it's $385. Let's just assume that's what it's cost him. So for all those other people listening out there, the breakdown, the cost ratio of buying something like that, at 5 years, what starts breaking down? And if his refrigerator just exploded and he's got milk running out, down the bottom of his refrigerator or whatever, what would that cost him to fix it himself versus having the policy? I mean,
Depends on how much duct tape is in
how
my
much duct tape's
garage.
already in there?
And liquid
Exactly.
nails.
Yeah.
We got a great question from Russ. Unfortunately, he's out of Albuquerque. Do you cover the other states?
We don't, not currently.
But the good thing is we can still use that question, Russ, because I think this is a great one. Generally, how much? What does it run? And I am completely off the grid. 3,200 square feet, single level. Been living there 4 years. Total solar in the whole 9 yards. No
Wow.
SRP. No nothing.
Oh, really? Can you
Do you cover that kind of stuff?
Cover solar?
Like off the
Off
grid
the
stuff?
grid.
Yeah, here's a house that's just
You
out.
know,
Because a generator when you're off the grid's 25, 30 grand, usually a giant one. But what difference does that make, right?
we can customize policies. We've
Beautiful.
done that several times for some of our higher end builders and some of our higher end homes. We'll customize policies for you.
So we still have a question lying out there from what mine would cover if I got one. But back to the off the grid guy. This is cool because how's he listening to us?
What do you mean?
Solar.
We're internet.
Smoke
Hello.
He's
signals.
off the grid.
He's cranking
He's
right
an
now
Albuquerque.
his internet and his
Or he has a lot of hamsters.
PC's going on and off, and he's
Lot of
like going like
hamsters on a
this,
wheel.
cranking it. Yep.
All right, that's interesting.
I've been to many homes that are off the grid, and it's just like they're on the grid. You don't know because they've got these
But how do
giant generators that run all their electric, and
And then they have an internet line coming in.
usually by satellite.
Oh, by satellite.
Little satellite dish.
Well, this is cool.
Very cool.
All right, you rank as one of my favorite callers to this time. We now have had a call from someone off the grid.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a call knowingly they
Mexico,
were off the grid.
yeah.
New Mexico off the grid. I love the calls that
yeah.
we get.
What was his name again?
Russ.
Russ. Thank you
Russ.
for calling.
Yes, thank you, Russ.
Silver. I think he said Silver City. I don't even know if
Now,
that's
I
a
want
city, but
somebody
I
to call
believe that's
from,
what he said.
from as far east as you can. So let's see which caller can be the furthest east.
You talking like Iran?
You know, my
No, not that far east.
my family's in Ohio. I told him to call in.
Oh, see, Ohio. That's pretty good. That's
One of my daughters, call Aunt Lori, tell her to call in.
all right. Let's see if they do. So back to what it would cover. So, if my wife and I were sitting around saying, "Oh, I think we'll just get some more insurance," and we said, "All right, $385. What does it What does it cover?"
It will cover all of your plumbing, your heating and air conditioning. We add your appliances on
Okay.
for a small fee, and I need to put my specs on. We can add your swimming pool. We can add your spa equipment, your kitchen refrigerator with ice maker, a washer and dryer, water softener.
Garage door, garage opener, that kind of thing.
Yes, well, our basic policy, and we're one of the few in town that covers everything on your garage doors.
Even the
springs,
spring
everything.
thing that
Absolutely.
mine just blew up the other day and cost me $250.
You got rips.
So that's very funny. Before we went on air, we
Yeah,
were talking about a
yeah.
dishonest guy that says,
No.
"Man, I think my air conditioning is about ready to blow. I need to get a homeowner policy." So what about someone whose garage door is about ready to blow? Mine sticks.
Can we
all-
retro?
I can sign you up tonight.
really?
So the question is, I know you do cover like insect infestations, right?
No.
You
we
don't?
No, we don't cover insect.
I'm so appalled. What about Gila monster bites?
Think about where you live out here.
We don't have many.
How could we cover?
We don't have
where
many
we're at?
insects out here. Come on.
So you pay a copay? Is that how that works? For example, my refrigerator
Service
last
fee.
month had the ice maker hose that goes in the back. You know,
Yes.
the little white hose.
Yes.
Split.
That's common. Yeah,
Oh,
mine did
man.
that last year.
What
Yeah.
a mess!
That's
by
the
the
hard-
way.
is your refrigerator
It is.
running?
No, that's the oldest.
Gosh
That's the
darn it.
oldest joke.
Never mind, Mark. You're no fun anymore.
Well, we've got such high.
Yeah, it's a cheap
high-
little tube.
Graduated in 1978.
Yeah, it's a cheap little tube, and you call the guy, the plumbing guy, and he charges you, $1.25 or whatever to fix that, right?
Yeah, I actually went to Home Depot and picked up the tube myself and tried to do it, and
You couldn't do it.
no.
You can't. Yeah,
They're very
they make
difficult.
it that way.
They make it that way on purpose.
Those
You gotta
compression
call it
fittings
in.
are tough to stick together, so
That's-
I
yeah.
understand that.
Duct tape won't
So,
work, Mark.
Well, I was going to get enough of the plumber's putty and duct tape to make it work, and I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So if I
If you had a
I
basic policy for $385,
Okay.
And you had a problem with your dishwasher, you'll pay $55 for us to come out and see what the problem is.
Okay, let's talk about his leak. So it leaks everywhere, right? And he's gone for the weekend. He comes back, and the side molding or whatever is soaking wet. So you got to call somebody to mitigate any mold issues that may happen. So does that pay for a guy to come out with the big fans and they rip the wall out a little bit and they fan it all up and all that kind of stuff? So does that take care of that?
No. That's what your homeowner policy's for.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So see,
Very
good. See,
good.
you were. I thought I was going to stump you. You gave me
No.
that look like don't ask me that question.
Okay, so homeowners covers those things. You just cover the repair of the fridge.
The repair of the fridge, and if it can't be repaired, then we replace it with a equal value.
Okay.
So, like I had my dishwasher go out. It was 18 years old. They came out and they said, we can't repair it. Here's 3 dishwashers to pick from that are equal to what you have.
Nice.
And if I want to upgrade, from those 3 basics that they had, then I can pay the difference. And then
And-
they'll come back and install it.
Yeah, that's good. So in that case, if someone coming out to fix my refrigerator, would it just cost me $55? That's what I was trying to get to?
That's correct.
All right, $55,
Correct.
and they
Mhm.
take care of it, replace it, or whatever needs to happen to make that problem
Correct.
go away. And the same if it's a garage door. Now, how about pre-existing? Do they inspect your home to see what things are pre-existing?
We do. We currently, if your home's under 5 years old, we're not inspecting it. But a lot of times, if it's over 5 years, If you've had a previous policy on and it's just changing from one company to the next, we don't do an inspection. But
Where are you calling from, Cynthia?
a lot of the companies have waiting periods, like a 30-day waiting period. So if your air conditioner's out, in July, you're
You suffer for 30 days before you call
exactly,
it in, right?
exactly. So yes, but,
We have a challenge question here for you. Okay, wait. What's the noise for a challenge question? Ding!
Ding.
Okay, here it is. Cynthia Aronson from Mesa would like to get a home warranty, but wants to know her dishwasher, since you're talking about dishwashers, her dishwasher works fine, but it's covered in marble tile all the way around it. So if it ever went out,
good question.
that would have to be removed and then re-put back on. Do you cover that?
No, we don't cover that. But the same thing happened to me when I was just saying my dishwasher went out. I had to, the guy from the warranty company was so good, he busted out the tile for me. And, but then I had to cover the repair and put tile back in.
But you're a kingpin in that industry. That's why, right?
Sure.
He came in and he was like, "Oh my God, you know whose house I'm at?"
Yeah. Here's $20 for you. Do your
So that's
darndest to get
actually
that
an interesting
tile
question.
That
What
is-
about
I
what
would've
about
never thought of
built-in?
that.
That's a great question. Thanks for that
So
call.
take it one step back, built-in. So we're talking about a microwave that's built in. I mean, literally, are they going to remove it in a workman-type manner and replace it that way? Or do you say, no, it's just electrical stuff that we're going to take care of? Do they put it back to where it was?
Yes.
Okay, so because this one is just a little luxurious, that's the difference there. So, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, are you going to buy home warranty or a home warranty there, Mr. Windsor?
We're not done interviewing.
Okay. Well, you'll know if you get another sale in 45 minutes.
I mean, what's kind of fun is the you must be doing something right. The phones are lighting up. I like that.
But that's Joe pressing the button.
And they're none of my they're none of my friends or family.
You don't know any
Where
of these
are you
people.
At? No.
You don't. There's no stalkers calling yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And
No.
but you're hoping for that, right?
I would hope for that. Yes.
Absolutely. So, new company in Arizona. What prompted them to come out here? Is it because the market was at the bottom and it's like time to jump in? Let's rock and roll because the market's moving up.
Well, it was a 25-year-old company up in Las Vegas, very well established. Like I said, it was a sole owner, and he decided to retire and sell the company. So, about 10 to 14 investors that are in the construction industry, which we won't name names, but invested in the company, and so they're all very tied to Phoenix, and
they wanted to grow it here in
they wanted to grow it
Arizona.
here in Phoenix because they are in the home building construction industry.
Very nice. We had another caller.
We do. This is another good one here. Timmy Clark from Globe has been living in his home for a while and is now getting foundation cracks. And now he's having a major termite problem. Do you cover the foundation cracks at least, since you say you don't do insect stuff?
No, that would be structural.
Look at that. There it goes again.
And I'm sorry, Tim, we don't do work in Globe yet, but
So structural, that would just be their insurance.
We
I
don't
love
do working globe. That's the laugh of that.
Was that you?
Yeah, that's
Mark's in the strangest mood. You know,
This
he's,
is I
he's
don't work
talking
in globe.
sexy, and he's. I don't know. I'm having problems now.
We're going to put you on live here. Hold on.
Denise, this is working well. You're getting good calls in. Oh, are we going to get a live call?
Oh, yeah. We have a special caller from Ohio.
Oh, there's the family.
there's the family.
Who is it? Your nephew, niece?
Welcome, sister from Ohio.
Oh, it's a sister.
I don't know. Who's there?
Hello, caller.
Hello, sister.
Anybody there?
Hey, hello.
Hello.
I recognize that voice.
So is it your sister?
It's my sister Lori, my baby sister.
Lori, how are you? This is Tom Diller.
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
We're doing good. So tell us two things that Denise would not want anybody to know in Arizona about her that you would like to tell us.
Oh, no. No, I would never do that to my sister. Are you kidding? Because then she could three things about me that no one would want to know.
So not even one thing that you want to tell us about her growing up? So something goofy that she just wants to forget about?
Well, no. You know, I have to be nice
She's
because
loyal.
there are three of us girls, and Denise is the middle one, and so I'm the baby and the one that always looked up to her my whole life.
Bless
So
you.
I just want
Yeah,
to tell
she's
all
pretty
your
cool.
callers out there
Yeah.
that if you need a home warranty, there would be
Get
no
it from
one
her.
better than my sister to sell.
She's the one.
There
hey,
you go.
And I'm grateful you got through because the phones are lighting up. There's another call on hold
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Thank you, sister. That was so sweet of you. I thought you were going to tell him that I was queen of the playground.
She used to beat up on
I'm
people.
sorry,
When I was
I'm having
When I was in 6th grade, I was queen of the playground.
Does that mean you're a bully? You beat up on people?
No, we had a queen and a king in the playground.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
Now, what's your sister's name?
Lori.
Lori. So, Lori, again, we're very glad you got through. It's not the easiest thing to do with all the calls coming in tonight, but thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
So we have another call come in.
Bye.
Bye.
Lori.
Bye. I was going to ask her who the prettiest sister was, but I guess I...
All right. Ben from San Miguel, wherever that is. I should have asked what state
San
that is.
Miguel, Mexico.
Or California.
Or
I think it might have been
California.
San Miguel, Central America, or something like
I
that.
think so.
Canada.
I think it was
Cartagena.
I think it was Arizona.
Canada,
but,
just outside
Colombia.
of Toronto.
do you cover manufactured homes, and they would like your contact info? That would be Ben H. from San Miguel.
And where's San Miguel at?
I believe it's Arizona.
right
I
on-
really think it is.
yeah,
But I
think
couldn't
it's-
be sure.
I think it's by Rio Rico. Maybe. Call back and let us know where it's at. I think it's by Rio Rico.
928.
Currently, we are only doing the Phoenix metropolitan area.
So 928 you don't cover.
No.
So are you guys expanding to where you will cover these other areas?
Sorry, Ben.
We will, but see what you have to do when you go into the different cities. You have to set up your vendors, your trade contractors, so that we have a great purchasing manager on board that he has brought a very select few on, so that they're good, dependable trade contractors. So when you call, you call a plumber. We've worked with them before, so we know that they're very dependable.
So for
Licensed.
Ben, he can be assured that somebody services his area.
You know what? There's a couple excellent national companies,
That do
national
cover all
home
of
warranties.
them?
Absolutely.
So
So,
if-
highly recommend that they get one.
Are you able to drop names of a couple he could try?
Sure. Old Republic.
Old Republic, okay. So he can probably just Google Old Republic and
Home warranty.
Old Republic home
warranty.
warranty. Okay.
American Home Shield's another one.
And American Home Shields, good. Now, if somebody wants to follow the advice of Lori, your younger sister, and get a hold of you, how would they get a hold of you?
They can call me at 602-616-5639, or they can email me at Denise Tucker at nhwusa.com.
Okay. Now we've got another call coming in because technically we should be taking our commercial.
It's 5:32, yeah.
Well, I'm working on it, but we can't take a commercial break till our producer.
Got our first 30 minutes over.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
No, I'm sitting there watching that digital clock.
Stop watching the clock. It's like that pot that never boils type thing. You're not supposed to watch the clock. You're supposed to sit back and have fun.
Well, I think we got
So-
somebody that's going to come on air, maybe.
So what does
No?
my sister get for being the farthest east call?
Is she the farthest east? So far, we don't know where San Miguel is yet.
Not sure.
right.
We're going to look that up in a minute.
928's California.
All right.
I think isn't 928 here?
I don't know.
520.
I think it's the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
I think it's outside San Mateo, maybe.
520 is Tucson.
Okay.
no idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Marsha R. from Phoenix. I tried to...
Marsha.
Marsha R.
Hi, Marcia.
I tried to fix my hot water heater. Now it's a disaster. Now, if I buy a home warranty, do you take care of me, or is it a pre-existing condition?
How did you try to fix it?
I didn't ask. I really wanted to put her on live.
Well,
'Cause
but
it
you know
sounded
it's-
like she was all wet right now. I
First of all, you know it's broken. I mean, first of all,
think it just happened.
if we know it's broken. So is that a pre-existing? Just the fact that something's broken?
But it's broken, yes, but I guess I'd wonder how you could live with a broken hot water tank.
She's taking some cold showers,
She
baby.
Arizona-
she is.
Arizona in the summer? Are you kidding me? We got to throw ice cubes into ours to make it work.
My mother turns her hot water off to try to save money.
But
Probably
so
do that in July and August.
But we can safely say that if there is something that is generally covered, but it is broken at the time you get the policy, it's not covered.
How do you know? Do you go
That-
do an inspection, or
Well, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
5 years or older.
I was on the phone?
See?
Sorry,
We
So
Miss
it's
do, we
it's
do,
an honesty
we
type
do a
thing.
free 30-minute inspection for you, and just go around and look to, we try the electrical switches. We look at the, starting if you're going to cover starting the kitchen.
Now, do you do that personally?
I used to do that personally, but no, we have inspectors
Do you
on
cover
board.
wells?
No.
But in most insurance policies, from a legal perspective, so now I'm just putting back my. I'm an attorney. You may not know that, and I'm putting my legal hat on.
Okay.
The policyholder, before taking out the policy, will sign a statement about any pre-existing things, right? Health insurance.
Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't
exactly. So in the
skydive.
house, do they sign something saying that my appliances are currently in good working order?
Yes, when our inspector comes out, he'll look at all that stuff.
All right, so it'd be fraud. I mean, so somebody
Sure.
could tape up the back of their refrigerator hose and it not be noticed.
Mark.
No, by the way, like you said before we started the show,
Mark, that's
That
why I
is-
asked her for some
Attorney.
duct tape.
yeah, that is-
Attorney.
Yeah.
that is nothing I would ever do because I certainly am an advocate for honesty in all things. But you'd be amazed at how many clients come in my office that don't share that value.
Of course.
And they would do anything to try to save a buck, including lose their soul to the... Okay.
Having been in home inspections in new home building, you just can't believe what people will try and cover up and sell that, how it broke or whatever.
Wow.
But if we come out and you want to cover your refrigerator and the seal looks a little funky around the side, we just make a note of it. It doesn't mean that we're not going to cover the refrigerator. It means that we're just not going to replace the seal around there.
Right.
So, and if you have a leak under your kitchen sink and you've got rotted, wood under there, we can tell that something's going on. You haven't either, maintained your faucet or your disposal's leaking.
Does it get really specific, like on the questionnaire? It says, "Does your oven ever burn turkeys?" I mean, like, does it be a little too hot?
We
No.
haven't had that, but we do put a thermometer in to
That's
test
Marie.
it.
Oh,
See
they
that?
do- see?
A thermometer in to test it. I mean, that was a real
We
question.
do put a thermometer in to test it
Seriously.
to make sure that it heats correctly, that it gets to the correct. Yeah.
All right, callers, we need to take a break. We appreciate all the calls. It's fun when we get so many. We get to listen to a few of our sponsors because that's how we stay on the air. So we encourage you to take care of our sponsors as they take care of us. Again, this is Mark Winsor and Tom Diller, the Winsor and Diller Show, with Joe Carreiro, our trusted producer, and Denise Tucker, our guest, talking about home warranties. Join
And
us right after the break.
Keep those appliances working well.
Are you having plumbing or septic problems? No worries. Call Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Been in the Valley since 1996. Family owned and operated. Proudly serving East Valley and surrounding areas. With a full range of services from drain cleaning, septic tank pumping, general maintenance and repairs, inspections for the sale of your home. They provide excellent and courteous service for all your plumbing and septic needs. We're not satisfied till you are satisfied. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Call today. Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Contact Denise at 480-987-8051. That's 480-987-8051. Are you ready to start taking control of your future and maximize your earning potential? Central Arizona College has smaller class sizes and personalized attention to help you compete in today's tough job market. CAC now serves Santan Valley and Queen Creek. The CAC Santan Center is located in the shops at Copper Basin on Hunt Highway, behind Barrow's Pizza. Stop in and see how taking classes at CAC costs a fraction of a state university, and your credits can transfer. So, if you want to earn real money, you need to learn real skills at Central Arizona College. Enroll in classes today by calling 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu or call 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu. Central Arizona College, your college, your way. Why is it so hot in this room, yet cold in other rooms? There's gotta be a solution.
You need to call the company For Your Comfort, servicing residential and commercial AC, heating, refrigeration, and low temp. For Your Comfort LLC is the company that makes you comfortable. We provide same-day and emergency service. Everything from system checkups, repairs, installation, and air quality. We also take care of manufacturer warranty, repairs, commercial ice machines, walk-ins, and much more. We can assess your air quality and find solutions to make your home or business more efficient and comfortable. That's our goal. Licensed, insured, bonded, and NATE certified. For Your Comfort LLC is ready for your call. 480-882-2048.
Because of the company For Your Comfort, my home is now cool and comfortable. Thank you so much. You were fast and friendly.
What did I tell you? For Your Comfort, the solution to your AC issues. 480-882-2048.
Hi, this is Daniel, your host for Rock and Roll 101, every other Sunday at 5 on KQCK.
Welcome back to the Mark Winsor and Tom Diller Show on KQCK Live in beautiful Santan Valley.
I can tell you, I'm having a great time because this home warranty is such a big thing.
It's a great way to save a lot of money.
Because I'm going to tell you, if I didn't have it, I mean, I might be pitching a tent right now because I was living in a house for a little while and I had to have it. And things get expensive. I mean, an air conditioner goes out, that's for $5, $6, $7 grand.
It does. You want to throw out the number? And we're getting a tremendous amount of calls, so thank you, listeners, for calling in. But throw out the number one more time. We're going to ask her some really detailed questions here.
480-745-1033. Or you can jump on the chat. I went ahead and put a different chat up. You can log in with Facebook. You can log in with Twitter. You can log in with Ustream. You can log in anonymously. You can do whatever you want. So you can be someone else tonight and ask us questions, or you can be yourself. But just call in and comment, because if you want to know about home warranties, tonight is the night.
That's right. We had Denise Tucker here from National Home Warranty. A question I want to kind of expand on. We talked earlier about like the shelf life or the life of some of these appliances or equipment in their homes. Let's say somebody hasn't been able to afford a home warranty. About how long does some of these things live before they explode, but then they're not committing fraud like Mr. Winsor was talking about? So something on their end of their lifespan, that's okay for them to call, get a home warranty, and they're really gambling, because that's what insurance is. You're gambling that something, well, obviously it won't go wrong, but if it does go wrong, you're covered.
Sure.
So on a home that's 9 years old, what's going to start breaking down?
Well, that's a good question, but it's really hard to say. Even when we did brand new homes, we'd have a compressor go out in 2 months on an air conditioner. So
warranty issues. So something's past all the warranty issues.
Sure.
Now the life of the equipment. Is
Sure.
there kind of like when it comes to insurance for people, there's an actuary or a number that they can say, well, you're a male that does this or does that, you're going to croak at this age. So is there a croak date on certain the microwave, the croak date on appliances? And, like my home is 9 years old now, and I got to tell you, I let mine go 3 years ago, and I used to be one of those that religiously had it. Seriously, I had it
Did you
all
ever
the time, twice. Once or twice. Water heater, done, went out, got it fixed, just like that. They said, these are the comparables. I said, I don't care, just bring in comparable one. Brought it in, set it up. The other one was the little refrigerator thingy.
Oh, same as I have.
Yeah.
So tell me, for the time that you paid for the policy and the amount of use you got from it, do you think you made money or lost money?
I'm going to say, and Denise may want me to say something different, but I think it was probably a break even, if not a little bit better. I do think I made out better than not having it. Now that I stopped it for a couple of years, obviously I really made out because, the cost of me not spending $300 whatever in the last couple of years. But now I'm at 9 years on the property, and, my dishwasher, I don't use it anymore because the racks have gotten a little rusty. So, and
rusty racks.
$250 each for those racks.
Yeah.
For dishwasher racks, they cost $250 for each rack.
Not made like
It's like $300 for a dishwasher. Isn't
No,
it?
it costs
exactly.
No, yeah. How much are the racks cost? Am I right?
Yeah,
I Googled them on Sears. I have a
Can you go to
Arctic.
Spencer's and pick up a new dishwasher?
No, that
please?
stuff's expensive. You're right. Sometimes it's better to buy the whole new thing than it is to buy the parts.
Well, guess what? Ricky from I can't read my own writing. Ricky from Queen Creek.
Oh, not far.
And he wants to make it clear. He said, I have a perfect house. Do you have to do an inspection? Because I have a question.
Age of the home.
I'm sensing phoniness here, but you tell me if you're sensing anything a little out of the ordinary. Ricky says, if I accidentally backed my car into my garage and hit my kitchen living room wall and busted through it, would that be covered? But do you have to
insurance?
But do you have to come out and do an inspection?
That's homeowners insurance.
That's
isn't it,
homeowners
Denise.
insurance. Yeah.
I think that's Mike Lanata calling in.
It must be.
Yeah, that's homeowners.
be.
That's abuse. And we were also just talking over the break that you have to do your home maintenance on your house. You laughed when I said that you should flush your hot water tank, but we've got very high lime content here in Arizona, so it needs flushed out, just like your hose in the back.
Otherwise,
of
you get Lyme poisoning, Lyme disease.
Definitely, yeah.
Lyme disease.
Is that how you get Lyme disease?
But that's probably what broke open your plastic.
Nobody's
was
laughing.
Just the
Joe?
high content of
I was,
lime there
thanks.
to be replaced. So.
Really, in a short few years, because we've only had that refrigerator there for probably 3 years. Really?
How often have you had ice makers break? Always seems like the first thing to go. And it's
Never.
just
Mine's
'cause you
never
don't-
broken.
Really?
Just the little white hose thingy in the back broke.
Every once in a while, I'll get a chip of like metal in my cup, but I'll take it out. You know, it's,
Yeah.
That's from your teeth falling from.
Well, I know.
Does it look gold?
My ice maker's lasted over 10 years already. I mean, it works fine. But you know what? That's the number one reason for foodborne illness. As a note of the day, dirty ice makers and ice machines.
Huh.
So when you go to that restaurant, make sure you say,
I've heard
when's
that.
the last time you cleaned your ice machine?
Yeah.
I want to know.
I've heard that.
You
Fine.
can usually taste when your ice starts tasting bad. Can't you?
I would
Well,
think so.
around
Tastes
here
bad,
where
tastes
Johnson
bad.
Ranch is,
When
it's-
all ice tastes bad.
when
you
it's
can, like,
yellow,
see little
you've
spots
gotta
of
start
toilet paper
wondering.
in there.
Or you get your water out of a bucket from from the hole you dug.
And it just comes up natural.
It
It's
just comes up
strange.
naturally.
No, we have a well, and the water's beautiful, and I'm happy with that. Thanks.
You said you have to do home maintenance. Is that if somebody's not, will that disqualify a claim?
It will disqualify just that product, or yes, that. But that's
So
why,
how do
that's
they
why-
know? For example, they say, okay, hot water's out. They call in for the claim. A person comes out and says, well, holy moly, no wonder it went out. You've never flushed this thing.
That's unfortunately we do cover that, and
Oh, that is covered.
We're one of the few companies in town that does. Of the 15
Non-flush
plus
units.
Non-flushing.
So if you don't flush it and you haven't maintained it, we
It
still
is
will
still
cover it.
covered.
Yes.
So
So-
what types of things would not be covered if you don't maintain it is the first question. The second question is how would they know? How would you know? I'm talking like one of my clients now.
You mean like taping the duct tape of the hose on the back of the refrigerator?
Yeah, exactly. No, that you probably know.
You can tell by the way people live in their house. When you go out, you can tell a house that's been attended to and not attended to.
And then it's just disqualified.
Just to disqualify that product. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So not all home warranty companies are the same then, because it sounds like you cover some things that other companies don't. So
We do.
I guess that's a pitch for your company. That why would somebody buy from your company as opposed to that national one you mentioned a couple minutes ago?
Mm-hmm.
So are there other things, kind of the pro and con of when somebody's shopping for one of these? Since it's insurance, the price is pretty much regulated. So I'm going to guess they're pretty close in price for the most part.
Well,
Apples to apples for the most part.
We have a very fair price right now. Most of the home warranties in town have raised their
Okay, so
service
yours
fees.
is cheaper.
Ours
okay.
is cheaper right
so
now.
things you want to look at is not just the cost of it, the annual premium, but the service charge is cheaper at your place,
It's
or as
cheaper.
opposed. Okay, so
Yep.
maybe somebody saves 10 or
Less
15 bucks.
expensive.
Okay.
Yep.
Are there other pros, like pros and cons, other good things besides the septic thing or the flushing of the Lyme disease or whatever, whatever that was we were talking about?
Why someone should use our company versus
Exactly.
someone else?
There you go.
We have a great customer service staff up in Las Vegas. Janie's the office manager and head of customer service, so we pride ourselves in doing a 24-hour turnaround.
Janie, is Janie listening? Janie, call in and tell us how good you are.
Hi, Janie.
Janie,
They have
Another
they have a
caller?
team of 8, and we pride ourselves in doing 24-hour service.
you've had like 10. You've had like 10 to 12 calls already.
She's
so that's,
catching up with
that's-
Dawn.
Check.
No, she's catching up with Jordy.
And this is a good question right here.
Almost.
Mark Piper from Tempe says, I have a 725 square foot home addition that we added onto our home. Do you cover the water, piping, and AC? But here's the catch. He never pulled permits to build it.
But you would never know that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
not. You're an honest guy, Mark. We love you. I mean, Tom does.
Honest that he didn't get a permit.
Yeah, no,
honest,
you
honest
would
that
never
told
know.
us.
I mean, if it's done in a workmanship-like manner,
Uh-huh.
but you're not going to
Maybe
go
he's a
back.
general contractor.
Yeah,
as
maybe
well.
he's really good. And I
Yes.
meant that in a good way. I mean, thanks for being honest and telling us about the permit thing.
And
Yeah.
again, like in the area of Sun Lakes, they have a lot of guest houses behind the additional house. We can add that on.
Casitas.
As well. Casitas, yep. Casitas
Is that
are a
an
big
Indian
thing.
word too?
That is an Indian word. It
Okay.
means small home you live in.
It means tiny little
fluent.
house that
Just
you
be
stick
fluent-
your
fluent Indian.
mother-in-law in, so she doesn't get into your business in the main house.
I believe
That's
that
what
was
means.
Apache.
That's a patch.
Yeah.
Sorry about slipping away. and
Stick
stuff.
him
My
in the back.
17-year-old is off on the side of a freeway out of gas. He's getting his first experience of.
Hitchhiking.
Figuring out how to call sticking his thumb out or calling AAA. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry
Yeah,
about
that
that.
is.
So is he watching the show?
No, I should text him and say go to your smartphone. And,
exactly.
And,
so that's a couple reasons why to use.
Couple reason use and yes and
you're there.
Thank you and my sales manager Dave Ritchie. He's been in the business 7 years here. So
Dave Ritchie?
He's very well known, well
Why do I
respected
know him?
in the.
I introduced you to him.
In the
That'd be why.
yeah. And
Yeah, he's a good guy. So Dave Ritchie, if you're listening, you're a good guy.
He's
Nice.
a good guy. Very, very good guy. We have great subcontractors. And like I said, unless it's parts that need to be ordered, we do 24-hour turnarounds.
Gotcha.
And if your air conditioning's down and we need to put you in a hotel till we get stuff fixed in
Oh,
your house.
wow. Never
Okay,
thought,
here's
never,
a
never
good
thought of
point.
that.
So somebody calls on a Sunday night,
Uh-huh.
and it's 150 million degrees. Is there a surcharge for weekend calls? Like, the plumber will charge you double, triple, whatever it may be.
$55.
$55 no matter what. We
$55.
love that.
Yep.
Look, you got another call. So we're joking about that. You're beating a gal named Dawn, who we've had on a couple times, and then Jordy, who's just this beautiful young lady who came on and sang for us, and had calls from Hawaii, Chicago, New York, and she probably had about 25 calls.
Uh-huh.
So it was just amazing. And I'm surprised you haven't got somebody hasn't proposed to you yet or not, because you said you're single and you're looking. You're turning red. What type of guy are you looking for? I'm going to get myself in trouble here. But we do have another caller. From Awatuki, which means the land of the big brand new homes that you named all the streets.
Maybe it's my old boss, Lou Wilmot.
Thanks. We had to get that Awatuki call in there. Ken Bragger. He's very interested, first of all. And he said, great show. Very interested.
Uh-huh.
He wants to know, do you cover his external, and as we know, Awatuki are giant homes for the most part, external barbecues, fridges, stuff like that.
Good question. So
his
built-in
outside,
barbecue
right.
island, and he's got a fridge out there, and he's got the kegerator going.
He's got all kinds of
He's
outside
got to have a
appliances.
kegerator. He's
Sounds
probably
like
got
a
a flat-screen TV out there.
It sounded like he was driving in a Ferrari when he was
What was
calling.
his address? Because we're going to go over there and party.
We
Sounds
are.
like a good party house.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So good question.
No, we don't cover that.
Even
cover-
if it's Ken from Awatuki?
Ken from Awatuki?
No, not for him, huh?
No.
But Ken, don't take that the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They cover all kinds of other stuff.
Would other home warranties cover that, or is that just something that's just not covered?
No, that's all external.
External.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it's built in.
Not attached to the house, really.
Even if it's built in.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Want to make sure.
Even if you put a Viking grill out there.
Okay,
we
my
can't cover
son
that.
is still alive. I want to report that. Just hot and frustrated.
Has he
My
learned
wife
how to
is on the way out to
call AAA
rescue.
or
480-745-1033 if you want to keep calling in. We still have a few minutes to do so. We certainly appreciate all the calls, and we've got some great questions. We are talking to...
Denise Tucker.
Denise Tucker at National Home Warranty.
That's right.
Hey, so I just got another text, too, that we're going to get one of my favorite listeners is tuning in here in just a minute, clicking buttons to tune in. For
No
the end
way.
Of the show. Yep.
Is it
Your
a prophet?
wife.
Spencer Parisi.
Who?
Spencer
That's
Parisi.
the CPA that's out there?
That's my grandson.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, your grandson.
So we're going to have my little grandson watching me here in just a minute. So
I know my grandkids are watching. Hi, Cameron.
Hey, Cameron,
Hi,
what's
Jacob.
happening there,
Hi,
buddy?
Jacob and Hannah.
Our grandkids the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my kids.
What's up,
but-
Tucker family?
Hannah, Jacob, you guys are all right.
From Ohio. No, is that Ohio? Is that where they're at? They're in Ohio?
No, they're here in Chandler, but that's Ohio.
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 Yes.
Okay, so you live in Chandler, not Awatuki.
Correct.
Okay.
Did though for 19 years. Lived over there.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, gosh, this has been a wonderful show. We have like 7 minutes. You tell me, Mark, what you want us to ask you.
Why you should buy a home warranty from us?
Why should we? Well, remember, you're going to sell Mark. Mark's got 7 minutes to pull out his checkbook.
Why?
Because
All right.
I think he's going to buy.
I have to
here's a
stop
good-
you
here's- go
because
ahead.
we've had 5 people already say, "Where's your?" This guy wouldn't even give me his name. He says, "I want the contact info," and he hung
All
up.
right, here we
Oh.
go.
So give him your contact. Yeah, don't you love when people demand your contact info?
do.
I love that.
Here's my number: 602-616-5639.
Website to the company. So if somebody wants to check out the company, and
But she's on air right now, so no reason to call right this second.
give her 25 minutes.
Somebody should have told my son that I'm on air, no reason to call.
That wouldn't have mattered, I don't think.
What was the question?
Your
Website
your
to
website.
your company.
I'm sorry.
Website.
Oh, the website. That would be National Home Warranty or nhwusa.com.
And I see that there's a lot of add-ons, a lot of other things they can buy.
So they can, like,
for the
custom make their
saltwater
policy?
pool. They can add on all sorts of additional. Let's see, water softener, roof coverage.
But again, what I wanted to say earlier was that we love the realtors. We love the title companies. That's how you and I met.
Absolutely. Yeah,
But,
we're working together on a couple big things.
When a house is being sold through escrow, whether it's an older home or whatever, we'll put a policy on there, and we'll give you, it's a $90 discount. So for the first year when you're selling your house and you're moving into a new house, I highly recommend to buy that policy. And that's at a base price of $295.
Look at this, smoke detectors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it like car insurance that they can do monthly for a little bit more or something? You know how car insurance, you can pay your $600 a year, or you can pay $80 a month?
We do quarterly.
Quarterly. All right.
Yes.
Can they put it into escrow?
No. That's where it all comes from, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
No, we take care of that all the time. A lot of times people ask us, and we work with people that we think are good partners. That's why we work with National Warranty.
I'm talking about somebody who already owns their home and they want to just add it on. Can they get it into their escrow account?
Oh, no. I know what you're asking about, like a PITI.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Take it out with your house payment.
This is an excellent question here.
That'd be
Seriously, I don't even know. This is amazing.
That's a stump one.
This is a pretty good one.
Okay.
Frederico from Paradise Valley bought an older home in Paradise Valley. Come to find out, the pipes are galvanized. They've noticed their water slowing down. They were told eventually they need to have it replaced or it's going to break, but it's still working fine. If it's a 6,500 square foot home, are they covered if they buy a warranty for the piping when it goes to be replaced? Apparently, they're like arteries and they get very clogged, and now they're having some not very fun showers. Apparently.
Do they have underground or overhead plumbing?
In PV, probably underground, don't you think? I'm guessing, though. I'm sorry, I didn't ask that.
I see plumbing system right here on your little thingy, on your grid.
But
so
that's a
plumbing
half
system.
pre-existing condition when you think, well, although when they built it was galvanized.
Plumbing stoppages. So again, this is going to get back to the age of the home.
But there's
right?
no problem
Exactly.
yet.
Was there a cutoff?
It was
I remember
from the 80s.
Well, you talked about 5 years or older that there needed to be a home inspection, but is there a cutoff age on a 20-year-old home, 30-year-old home? Do you stop selling the home warranty at that point?
No.
So
Not at all.
100-year-old home,
Yep.
80-year home, just as long as they do the inspection.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good to know, actually.
So historical
Yes.
district in Phoenix, that's no problem.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because right here, plumbing stoppages. Do you know what that costs? I mean, I had a plumbing backup a couple days ago, and it was stupid expensive.
I just had one this morning.
No, it was stinky, stupid expensive. I'm telling you, it was stinky,
He's
stupid
not talking
expensive.
about that kind, Joe. He's talking about the kind in the house.
Joe, a little wheat
So
brand.
Dave, I have
Little
now
wheat
sold
brand.
3 warranties tonight. 1, 2, 3.
I'm
Look at
I'm
that.
sold.
It's been a profitable
Can
night.
I buy you guys one real quick?
Thank you.
When he's talking about
Do we get a
plumbing,
discount for making you look good? We try to get you a guy, too.
Absolutely.
In fact, what kind of guy are you looking for? Tall, dark,
And
blonde?
handsome.
Somebody that looks like Mark or me, or Joe.
Kind of a blend of you 3.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
A blend of you 3, yes.
A blend. That would be interesting.
She wants my looks.
No, I think she wants your values.
your intellect.
Oh, yeah, it would be Tom's looks. I admit that.
And Joe's goatee. I don't know. It's like perfect.
Well, what I'm doing is never mind.
All right. Now, welcome. I understand my grandson Spencer is now watching. Hi, Spencer.
Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
Heard a lot of good things about you.
Yes. Who loves the daddy? Who loves grandpa?
Spencer.
Yes, we're not done.
Is he on?
I mean, I can't tell by looking. I look up there and think I can tell.
You
but
can
I
see
can't
him over
tell.
there?
It's-
Spencer, we're
it's
looking
one-
at you.
Spencer,
How
go
you
grab
doing?
yourself an
he
ice
lives-
cream bar.
Wipe your nose.
Hey, Missy, have Cameron call in and say Grandma how she does.
Yes, have him call. He just lives in Chandler, and I live in Queen Creek, of course. But we still Skype at times, and it's
Nice.
just fun.
That is kind of cool.
How old is he?
2.
Uh-huh.
And-
2.
2.
Wow.
And when he comes over, he dances. I mean, he's so excited to see me when he comes over. And so he's a great
Very,
kid.
very nice.
Your only grandchild?
Well, one of 5.
Uh-huh.
One of 5. I have 6 or 1 plus 5. I have 6 grandchildren, 6 grandboys. Yeah.
Very cool.
We've
Now,
had
we just
10
have a couple.
10 callers so
We
far.
only have a couple minutes
Do we?
left. Yeah.
Man, time
Closing
goes.
statement, thoughts.
Oh,
things that
there
you
we
need
go.
to say.
M. Parisi. Yes, we are watching.
All righty.
Very nice.
We would love to be your home warranty company. Please give me a call. You can reach me again at 602-616-5639 or at Denise Tucker at nhwusa.com. Again, we pride ourselves on great customer service. I think that's what sets us aside from all the other warranty companies in town.
Now, let me tell you something that will end up as a compliment. It might not start out as one.
All right.
But when,
That's what he does. He cuts you down and he builds you back up.
Well, I mean, I'd never met you. But Tom arranges most of the guests because, anyway, so he called me and wanted to have a home warranty, and I quickly says, well, you can't have it by yourself. I mean, we have to have 2 guests. If you're going to have on a home warranty company, we have to have another guest, otherwise we're going to be bored to tears.
How funny is
Yeah,
that?
and it ended up being like the second most calls we've ever had.
She's one of the greatest guests I've ever had in the
Yeah.
station, actually.
You say that to every guest we
you
bring
say
on.
yes.
Sorry, all right.
Sorry,
He
Denise,
says that to
sorry.
everybody.
Can I
so
have
it's
my
no big
picture on the
deal.
wall?
No.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, actually. But it has turned out to be a very interesting show. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
I'm glad that other company that will remain nameless wasn't able to come, because it was nice having you by yourself and just to focus on home warranties.
And again, a lot of people, I try to state that it's a home service warranty, because they'll say, what's a home warranty? But it's a service warranty, so that we have a service warranty for you on your house.
All right. So it just
Very
covers
cool.
some things that your homeowner's policy doesn't cover.
Absolutely.
And your life insurance doesn't cover.
And your neglect of maintaining your house.
Right. Not
Wow.
that anybody would ever neglect, but some I guess do.
Do you cover flooring, like carpeting and stuff?
I mean, I've got tons of. That's a good question. I got tons of others. So do you cover that? No, that's home. That's home.
No, it's mostly
homeowners.
electrical, that type of stuff, right?
But
Electrical
here's-
stuff.
and does it
Electrical,
ma-
plumbing,
Stuff that
yes.
turns on and turns off.
Roof.
So, does it? My grandson's watching. Does it have?
I meant that in
in
like
the most sincere religious way. Does it cover rental type properties? In other words, you have to be-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
I brought that up
Absolutely.
earlier. So investors,
I was
this is a
probably taking
great
care of
thing
my
to do.
son.
So instead of finding, having your renter call a plumber or whatever, slap on one of these policies, and it's just $55 every time somebody needs to come out there.
Oh, yeah, that's a
so it's a
no-brainer.
great idea.
It is a
Absolutely.
no-brainer.
Anybody who owns rental properties, give her a call.
All right, everybody, call 1-800-NOBRAINER.com. Is that how they call it?
Thank you for having me on. I've enjoyed it.
No, you're welcome. No, thank me because I brought you on.
Thank
These
you.
guys had
Thank
nothing
you
to do with
so
it.
much.
Tom
Nothing to
arranges
do
some
with it.
fantastic
Nothing to do with
guests.
you whatsoever.
It's true.
It was all me.
Other than we added to your experience. But,
I was feeling the love. I don't know about
It's
you
been a
guys.
pleasure.
know.
I'm
All
just
right.
hoping to get out of here by
hey,
dark.
please, yeah.
I'll never
Well,
find
we'll
my
get
way.
lost.
We got
That's
a
right.
storm coming. I just got another
I
storm.
got a
alert.
bleep thingy on my phone. Yep.
So if I'm not home by midnight, dear, I'm stuck in a storm. Hey,
We promise he's not spending the night here.
yes, I can promise you that.
It never happened.
Never.
You'll have to get out. What's your tractor again? Did you say you had your tractor out at 2 in the morning?
Last night.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us again. This is Mark Winsor and Tom Diller. The
Yeah,
Winsor
thank you,
Diller
everybody.
Show. Join us every Tuesday, 5 o'clock. We promise we'll always have good guests and good material to discuss. God bless you. Talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
When you visit Hill Family Dentistry in Santan Valley, dentist Dr. Tim Hill provides each patient with personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you and your family